Yeah, welcome to the Weege Show. Welcome to the garage area, Daytona style. All the teams are pitting out of garages. All morning, people are pushing bikes and carrying toolboxes and coolers and things like that from the rigs to here. I'll show you what it's like underneath. It's a cool little atmosphere, and it's definitely helpful because it's going to be hot this weekend. Texas hot. And so here are the teams working out of the garages that we have for NASCAR. I don't know if it's any more convenient. I mean, again, they're designed to work out of the trucks. That's how this sport normally works. But is working out of the garage, is that a huge hassle and a huge pain, or is it actually like refreshing and cool?
It's refreshing and cool.
It is, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to set up and tear down at the end of the day.
Oh, because you don't have to set up a tent.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys would take this every week.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the tent is literally the worst part of the job, right?
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
Absolutely.
Oh, so this is a win-win.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, we just learned something. Thanks for that. We just learned something, that the tent, which everyone hates dealing with, they don't have to deal with this weekend. This is playoff 2 at Texas Motor Speedway. I had not thought of it this way, but SMX is kind of unlocking markets and or venues that we don't normally get to go to. I thought it was obviously awesome to have a race in Charlotte last weekend because that's where I live. And it's weird that Charlotte, which is a racing hub, and I can tell you there are so many motocross, supercross fans there, but they just can't find a venue to make it work. The Panthers NFL Stadium is right downtown. There really isn't a big parking lot that you can use for pits. So this is unlocking venues and places we normally wouldn't go to. What's up?
What up?
What's up?
What up?
This is Rider D. Francesco, if you don't know. Do you study the track maps to figure these things out?
No.
Really?
I just walked the track this morning.
Okay.
It was cool.
And what do you think of it?
I think this one's better than Charlotte.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought Charlotte was cool and I walked it, and then I had different thoughts.
Oh, what you
when I was
raced
done.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you could be wrong again.
Could be wrong.
Could be
but
wrong
it does
again.
look cool.
Will there be passing? Are there spots that you
Yes.
can see? There will be.
Yeah.
What about
the start? The
Yeah.
start is short.
Yeah.
It is a short start.
Yes.
So
But you can pass people, you think? Yeah. And is it more outdoorsy? Not
No,
necessarily.
I wouldn't say it was more like
Okay.
a Daytona build. I think.
Okay. So it's still Supercross.
Yeah.
And the dirt, I heard people thinking it's going to be rock hard, and then they were trying their best. Did it seem rock hard?
It seemed rock hard.
Okay.
Yep.
But that's all right for you, isn't it?
California.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're all good. All right, Rider D. We'll see what he thinks after. Could be wrong. So the dirt from here actually came from on the property. They actually dug a hole and brought the dirt. It's not the dirt that we see at the Dallas Supercross. Where are we at here? Gonna visit the Craigs. She's better than me when it comes to social and vlogs and videos. She's better than me. No, Paige Craig's better than me. So just learning from the best. Yeah, see? I don't know the things your wife does. What is this gear, bro?
Cherry.
What does that mean?
It's a clothing brand in LA, I'm pretty sure. That they did a collab with Fox.
Okay, it is not your personal collab. It's a Fox thing. Maybe you can get hooked up. I'm glad when he said clothing brand in LA, he looked at his wife to get confirmation if that's true or not.
I like Matt Mouch's gear today, though.
She's like, I think Cherry's a clothing brand in LA, but then he pointed at you. Like you would know better than him.
It's literally called Cherry LA, so yeah. It is.
Oh, it's a cheat code. Cheat code. Yo, I had bad intel last week. You got into a crash on Friday. Your brother works with us. I don't know if you know this. And he's like, he's fine. He's fine.
No, my brother don't shout me out, dude. He be doing me dirty sometimes, you know.
Most
so-
of the time.
All the time. I mean,
Yes.
it's that, big brother, little brother thing. you
Yeah,
know, but
yeah.
it's cool though. It's cool. It's but he ain't out here, He ain't out here racing. He had his time,
Easy to say.
Yeah.
It's easy to say.
Yeah, he had his time, so
Okay.
the other brother's still doing his thing, keeping the torch lit. Not the way he wanted lit, but it's lit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
And speaking of lit, I'm hot.
Yeah, I feel lit. I feel like I'm lit. Yeah, why do you bother warming up? I think you're warmed up.
Yeah, I'm
you're
past
warm-
warmed up.
I think
We
you're
might as well
warmed
just
up,
Go
dude.
ahead and cut it right
Yes. You were a little banged up last week, but you're
now.
okay now?
Yeah, we're all good. All firing on all cylinders.
Okay, don't let him down.
All right, it's all about that salt life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right here. Right here. Plenty of salt life. All right, they're going out. They got to ride. It's a 2-day format at SMX. Where the heck was I? Yes. You remember back to the old Monster Cup, when they had the Monster Cup in the off season? The main thing I heard behind the scenes of that event was to make it as different from a regular Supercross, Motocross race as possible. Now, they could only go so far because it was at Sam Boyd Stadium where we had a Supercross race. But the idea was for it to not feel like any of the regular season races. we now have that concept here, just at an even higher level. We've unlocked different markets. We finally get a race back in Vegas. We finally get a race in Charlotte. Yes, we have plenty of races in Texas, including Dallas, which is not far from here. But this venue, I mean, yes, you could hold a Speedway Supercross here, but I think the idea is to keep these unique. Now, what I think would be cool is if you could find a place to build a motocross style track. Oh, Thomas, what's up?
How you doing, sir?
Doing a show here. It's one of my favorite guys, Thomas. One of the many people who supported Phil Nicoletti's career, even though Phil will tell you that nobody helps, it's always been difficult. You've helped Phil so much.
I've fought for Phil. Like
You have.
I had some knockdown, drag out conversations with J-Bone and Coy.
To get him on the team.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
And try to negotiate, how much it's going to cost me to get him on the team. And
Yes.
what are we going to do and how are we going to... But...
And you're doing this just because you want to help Phil. You like Phil.
Yeah, I like Phil from back in the Tylube, Infab, Yamaha days. Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah.
I just saw Phil working hard.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He'd hit the ground, rubber band man, jump up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he can rubber band.
Yeah. So
he can.
So I just, he inspired me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it was time to do something different and move on, when we moved to, I wanted to help Phil, and the only way to help Phil and myself was to do the JGR deal. So, but it had to work. Coy wanted way more money than I wanted to spend, so we had to figure out a way to make it work and get Phil on there. So it worked out. And you know what? In all honesty, Phil's the one that's done the work.
Yeah.
I'm proud to support him. Nobody really knows that much, but he's been a great friend and a great buddy, and I think we'll way beyond the races.
Yes.
We're looking forward to the afterlife with Phil.
Oh yeah, we are. But I just love how Phil is always woe is me, and I'm like, bro, you had people spending money to get you on teams. It ain't that bad, Phil.
No, and he's moved beyond that now, right?
I guess third in his place.
He doesn't need help now, I guess, but we're
What's
still
on the
trying
butt
to help.
patch? What's on the butt patch?
Well, the butt patch
It says ORW.
It does. That was because I made Phil a promise.
Okay.
When he was hurt and he was in the hospital when he on the 250s on the Suzuki.
Oh, those bad
days. His ankle, yeah.
Yes.
He was like, my career's over. I'm done. I'm never doing it. Just in one of Phil's normal moods.
Yeah.
But
Everything's
it's
terrible.
laying in a hospital.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, no, Phil, we're gonna figure it out. I said, till you're done, we're gonna figure it out. So I'm a man of my word. That's what we've done, and even though he didn't need the help, I still wanted to help.
These are the stories that don't get talked about enough. All right, Thomas from NFAB, now ORW. Thanks for supporting Phil, and we're all celebrating. We're celebrating Phil's retirement. Is that the right words? Can I say celebrating Phil's retirement? Yeah, I'm going to say that. And there's so much money. I think some of these riders in the 450 class, someone's going to crack the code. Yes, what's happening? Someone's going to crack the code. I told Malcolm Stewart this. He's like, no, I'm here to win. I want to run up front. Some rider is going to maybe get banged up like he did in the start last week. He got 7th. Some rider is going to go like 7-7-7 and get like 7th in points or something like that and be like, hey, I never get a check like that for 7th. These guys have huge bonuses every weekend on the line in the regular season for podiums and wins and titles. But being a 7th place guy and getting a huge reward for that is, I think, almost an equation they haven't run yet. And you're going to start seeing that through the years where everybody's going to realize I have different goals than others. Yes, if you're the Chase Sexton, Jett Lawrence, Eli Tomac group, it's win or go home. I mean, that's what those guys want to do. We had a press conference today, and Eli was asked about racing Jett Lawrence, and I think it's one of those things where they're competitors. There was a photo of those two on the podium actually after the race last week, being pretty chummy and being friendly with each other, which I had not seen. I mean, Eli Tomac wants to win, and Jett Lawrence wants to win. I think they can only be. I think Jett is so free spirit; he would be friendly with anyone. But I think most of these guys are like, "That's a tough ask, man. I can't be super best friends when we just went at it for an overall win and a lot of money and all that." Howdy.
Weege.
Yes, that's right. We just went at it for 20 minutes and a lap with $100-some thousand on the line and potentially momentum, confidence, all these things. So when Eli was asked in a press conference, I mean, his answer wasn't glowing. He just said, look, this is how all sports work. People step up, people get better, the level rises, and you got to try to compete with that. I mean, it is no different than Tomac against Dungey in 2017. What's up, everybody? What's up? You're not shooting? You're just a fan?
I am just a fan today.
What? Why?
I didn't get my bid.
Really?
Well, because we didn't get here until about a half hour ago.
Okay. With flight issues?
No, we just flew in later than normal. The meeting was at 10.
And yeah, that's it. Just straight up slacker. All right, so will there be a club video this week?
Yeah.
Based on tomorrow.
Based on tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
There will be pit stuff today.
Oh, okay.
Just no ride.
Just no out there. Just a fan hanging out.
Exactly.
That's Ripper Rob, who does the Club MX videos. Awesome dude. So, yeah, Eli Tomac's just competitive. And look, I don't think, if you ask Ryan Dungey about Eli Tomac now, I'm sure he's fine with Eli Tomac. I don't think he was a Tomac fan in 2017 when Tomac was bearing down on him, winning Supercross races every week, and marching closer and closer to stealing the Supercross championship. I don't think it's possible for Eli Tomac, who was the Supercross Motocross champion of 2022 before Jett showed up, and probably should have been Supercross champion in 23. The whole thing has changed because Jett Lawrence is really good. I can't expect Tomac to be like, heck yeah, this is awesome. Hey guys. But that's okay because they're supposed to be competitors and they're supposed to be competitive, which leads us to Chase Sexton. I actually feel bad for Sexton's position. I mean, if you're Eli, you're dealing with house money, right? You're already a legend. You're already a Hall of Famer. The fans love the guy. He could go out and get 10th every race next year. People are still going to be stoked on Eli Tomac. You know, Sexton's the one with the pressure. You don't hear people say, what's wrong with Jason Anderson, Justin Barcia, Aaron Plessinger, Malcolm Stewart? Why can't they beat Jett Lawrence? You don't hear that. It only goes on the shoulders of those that, by the way, probably get paid the most money, obviously. But the expectations change at the highest level. It is so brutal in all professional sports, like the team sports where they judge people by how many titles they've won. And it's a team sport, not even an individual sport, and it's a zero-sum game of like, if you don't win titles, you're a lesser athlete or you're a loser. Yes, obviously there's some things you can do to help influence that, but it's not all under your control. It's like the LCQ practice just wrapped. Here comes McAdoo. But living in that pressure cooker is what you get paid the big bucks for, and that's what the likes of Chase Sexton. He's got the weight of KTM on his shoulders. He's the one expected to do it, and he's going to have to deal with that every week. And maybe this week he will be better. He had said last week the real problem was the flat turns. He said every track's different. They did make some changes this week to maybe be better at that, but then they don't even know if this track will be like that. I'm going to say just go watch our first look show with 6D Helmets, who backs that with our man Tom Journet, and you'll see his footage from today, press day, to see what this big Texas-sized racetrack is all about. And there's nothing to really talk about much in the 250 class because after that performance by Hayden Deegan, until someone beats him, the story remains the same. He's just the guy. And as I said, all the way back to High Point, we're probably not that far away from just saying, you know what? The real upcoming battle here is just Deegan against 450 guys, not Deegan against anyone in the 250 class. I hope those guys prove me wrong because it'll make the racing more competitive, but they haven't been able to do that so far. I talked to RJ Hampshire, and I was like, good on you. RJ went on social media last week and said, I found myself in danger, and I went for a ride. And I'm like, good for you to own the fact that he had said, I want to be in that danger zone, and then he crashed. Bebot when he got in the danger zone. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to shy away from it. I'll have fun with it. What's up, gang? It's the Chance Hymas gang right there. Chance Hymas with all kinds of tape on the knee. If you're a Team USA fan, Plessinger got a little banged up last week, and Hymas got a little banged up last week. You got to be like, come on, guys. Hopefully none of that is serious. We'll see. Where was I? Yeah, 250s until someone flips the script. It's a Deegan show, and we can start. What was Eli saying? Someone steps up the game every time? Maybe that'll be the next one. Hey, Joey, the next step up. Finally, a shout out to Honda for backing our show. And the CRF250R and CRF450R will have a different look this weekend. All the Team Honda riders actually went and visited a hospital this weekend. Yeah, let's do it. It's going to be picture in a picture here.
Thank you so much.
There you go. Yep, good to meet you. They have a different look. Honda spent 30 years helping support the Children's or Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation, and actually visited a hospital this morning, all four of the riders, Shimoda, the Lawrences, and Hymas, and got to meet some kids, and they're running special graphics in honor of those kids coming up. Looks like 450 riders are about to hop on the bikes. Just so Justin Cooper walking in. I'm gonna try to get you as behind the scenes as I can. Anyway, thanks to Honda for backing our show. You've seen what the 2025s can do. Now, moto wins for Hunter Lawrence and a overall win last weekend for Jett. They did say that bike was a lot better than what they had last year, which is dangerous for everyone else. Ready to go. All right, watch our first look to see these guys at the track. Thanks for watching the Weege Show. Little bonus coverage. You guys ever watch Weege Show? It's a little bonus. Oh, you do? Okay, bonus coverage. Here's Eli Tomac. Okay, everybody's got the MX-34, the traditional knobby. Oh, no. The track is supposed to be rock hard. And there's Eli Tomac. I just want to show you. Scoop for days, bro. Scoop for days. Scoop tire. There is a sand section, and that'll help there. But, oh, what's up? Hey, I was just talking to your guy Thomas on this show about how much help you've had in your career, but you're still a sad sack complainer about everything when you've had all these people.
A lot of people have helped me.
You have. You've had a lot of people.
Mr. Tom, Dr. Mariska, a lot of guys have supported me
Yes.
for a lot of years. Can't complain.
He can't complain. Of all people.
And Mr. Tom bought my dinner last night.
Oh.
Probably should have bought his dinner, but
It keeps going.
I got one more weekend.
Yeah, I
He
know.
still has to
He said he's looking forward to hanging out with you in the afterlife. The after racing days will be really fun.
He drinks lemon drops. Lemon drops is like his drink.
Okay.
Last night, I don't think I can have a lemon drop with him.
You're done.
Coors Light, maybe. Lemon drop, not so much.
Well, you didn't pay, so he can have whatever he
That's
wants.
true,
Yep. All right, that's our Weege Show. Just see how Eli does on the scoop tire. Just trying to get you behind the scenes because we have garages and it's way easier to access this. It's kind of nice.